Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing? Welcome to another tarot reading. Time has been going so fast, you guys. I just set the live up last night, so thank you guys for joining me if you're around today. I'm getting low on, well, I guess I'm not getting low. I still have some incense, but I'm really excited. One of my the local stores around here that's just seasonal came out. And I always usually stock up on my incense, 3 wishes. So, how are you guys? Hello, Mary. Autumn. Hi, guys. It's been a little bit of a rough October for me personally. Energetically, oh my goodness, I've been having so many glitches, you guys. I've been trying to get videos together, I've been trying to work on computer stuff, and it's just one issue after another. So for me personally, it's a bit of a challenging month energetically. So yeah. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Carolyn. Much love to you guys. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, Richard and I had a fun time chatting with you guys when it comes to the holidays. I think we kind of overestimated at first. We're like, let's just do a fun dive on Halloween. And then at like 5 a.m., Richard was messaging me and he's like, well, why don't we look at other holidays as well? Which is, I think, a brilliant idea. But there's so much information, like there's just so much stuff. So I think it would be better or more flowing if we kind of connect throughout the different holidays and do a video. So I think that would be fun. I always love collabing with Richard. He just makes me smile and he has that fire and charisma, and I love him dearly. So thank you guys for joining me. I know this was like short notice for the live today. You know what's interesting? I'm going to just start with I've been pulling an oracle for myself every day, and I'm having so much fun doing that because it's connecting to so many different things. And I was sitting in bed last night too, and I saw a cute video. Marsha, I sent it to you, and this little girl she came out of nowhere. I guess it was just a like a 30-second video or whatnot, but she was maybe 5. I don't know. She was quite young, maybe even under 5, and she's like, "Mom, I have to tell you something, like the earth," what did she say? It's hard to understand her because she's still like trying to form her words, but she said the earth is broken and we're on a new planet. And I thought that was really interesting. So when I pulled the cards today too, you guys, I have this regeneration. It was a really cute video. And she's just like this little tiny thing, and this weird, message just came out, just channeling this little message to her mom. So I thought it was a really cool video that she, I don't know, caught, I guess. But regeneration, when I look at that, you guys, there was something like a really cool message that came out of that as well. Because when we look at, our path and our journey when it comes to certain traumas that we get, these loops that we get stuck in, right? It is, first of all, it is acceptance. Look at nature for an example, right? Look at this tree. We have a regeneration. We have all this lava and all this heat, but this tree is still regenerating and still growing. And if it's like nature is just that perfect example. And also, before I get sidetracked too, Marsha, if you're still here, look at what came out today, the eagle. And I know that is a very big connection for you with that eagle energy. But what I was going to share too is give the example of, you look at the sidewalks, right? The sidewalks, and guess what still comes up within the sidewalks? Grass, right? So when we look at the deeper mechanics too, it's like that grass is in full acceptance. And when we look at acceptance, it's not like faking it, like, okay, sure, I'll just deal with it, whatever this is, right? It is, that blade of grass isn't sitting there thinking like, well, screw this, like I'm going to stunt my growth because this sidewalk's here. No, that piece or that blade of grass is in its full actual state of acceptance, and it's not resisting that sidewalk. So overwrites it and keeps growing, right? So it was a really cool like message that came in as well, that I wanted to share. But I love the energy of that regeneration, and I'll take a quick note because they have really nice messages with this oracle, and then we'll get into some questions you guys have. But the oracle messages here is talking about opportunities that we thought were may have been dead, but are reviving in a more authentic and stronger form. So, things that we perceived as failure, again, it is being replaced by something that is more powerful and that is growing in its place. And absolutely everything, you guys, can be used. We have again that light shadow, or the light and the shadow, right? The light and the dark, the duality, and everything can be used. But with humans, we have that prefrontal cortex, right? And it likes to take our emotions and attach stories based off of things that have happened most likely in our childhood, especially in the younger years, right? Because we're sponges at that time. So, with the regeneration card as well, it talks about how the world, in terms of relationships, is based off connection and relationships. And no matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. And in that moment, we are really radiating that regenerative life form energy that makes us irresistible in all forms. So, a beautiful protection message on this one, too, is endings can come in many forms, and it's time to stop holding on to what must die so something better can take place. And again, we are in, as I've said again, 2025, which is 9, and that is endings. We have the 4 and the 6. The 4 is about structure, and the 6 is about nurturing. So it's nurturing that structure. And the eagle is the higher patterns of awareness. So really beautiful there. And my one last card that came out before I came on was meditation can bring answers. So going within, you guys. Sometimes we think we need to consistently continue to keep ourselves busy, but when we go within, it's beautiful. Hi, Marianne. You've been awake all night. 10:10. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize that. The 10:10 portal. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Well, happy 1010 portal, you guys. Again, I don't know when that one video was posted, but again, it's this other synchronicity that things have and things are shifting, you guys. So our intentions and going within are so important. All right, so let's see here. Again, thank you, Mary, for your comment, and thank you guys for all your love and support. I appreciate you guys. Oh, and while you guys are here too, with Marsha. So Marsha and Jerry and her amazing soul group as well has created a channel. And we're going to be they do meditations on there all the time. I try my best when I can get on, but we're going to be doing one tomorrow. And it'll be posted on our channel. So after I'll post, like Marsha, feel free to put in the chat the name and all the info. I know you guys recently changed the name. Is it to the soul? Oh my goodness. Let me see here. Oh, I thought I had it up on my phone. But anyway, Marcia, if you want to share that, I mean, she is fabulous, so intuitive, and they have, yes, Source Center Collective. I'm like, it's Source something. Source Center Collective. She has an amazing channel that she just started. So fabulous. But we're going to be doing that tomorrow. It'll be so much fun. I know you're excited too, Marcia. Okay, let's get into some, I guess, tarot readings here. And yeah, I know Richard and I plan on doing some more videos, so I'm excited to collab and connect. And also, I think I'm really getting, even though collabs do scare the crap out of me, I really need to get out of my shell or push myself out of my shell a little bit more. So I think I'm going to be looking to connect with some more people and collabs. So I'm going to start reaching out to some more lovely souls and other just people in the community that want to share their voice, and we can dive into some topics. So if you guys have if there's anyone here that has a channel that wants to connect, let me know. I have a few people in mind too, so I'll be sending some messages later on. But let's see. Excuse me, guys. Don't mean to cough all over your All right. So starting off, actually, I think I'm gonna just start off with a question that Carol Ann, you messaged me this the other night, and I said I was gonna look into it. So I'm just gonna look into that, and then I'll take a look at your question, Autumn's. So, Carolyn, you were asking about moving, I think in potentially June, and what the energy of that is when it comes to you, stepping into your own energy with your own place. So, what can you share, Spirit, with the overall energy of Carolyn, focusing on moving this upcoming June? Does that support her current energy? Is that her current momentum? Absolutely, like, big yes, okay? Right now, things are a little intense, okay? Caroline, you have that 5 of swords, and I know just from chatting with you, and we've been in contact quite a bit, um, over on Patreon as well when it comes to your situations and things that are happening in your life. And again, you can take those situations and label them however you want, but go deeper, go back into the past, you guys. Because again, when we have an emotion, when we have a feeling, first of all, we need to accept it and not faking it, not fake acceptance. We need to almost have a sense of like, belief, like a full belief or a faith around that. And I don't say that in a religious manner, but a faith around like that blade of grass. It is in full acceptance that it is going to shine and continue to grow. It's not going to resist that sidewalk. So there's some heavy energy, and I know there's some conflict in your family life right now, but this really does support you moving. We have the star in the situation, which is a whole brand new start, and this is an acceleration of also your regeneration. So this is a time for you to be able to heal, to move on, and start a whole new situation or a whole new energy within for yourself. Because I also have my chariot, which is that actual external moving. So I do see you moving, and it looks really positive. Ace of Cups and the Empress. This is creating a whole new energy. And I have the Ace of Swords. Okay, and look at this, 6 of Cups as well, and 6 of Swords, which is also my moving card. So this could also be you and your potential daughter looking to relocate. So it does support that. You know what's crazy, girl? 6, okay. Under that, we have 6 of Cups and 6 of Swords, and you talked about June, the 6th month. So that is another big confirmation. If you do want specifics about days that would support you, then keep in touch, and we can look into that when the time gets closer. And I can absolutely help you kind of look at days that would support you. Okay. Hi, Kat. Yes. I mean, I am doing like donations questions do get the top of the list, but yeah, I'm doing free readings as well. So thank you for joining me. We'll get in as much as we can here. I usually am trying to start from the top here. Now, I think Autumn, you had a question when it comes to you're wondering if Jay is truly not able to come see you due to his work commitments. Let's see. Is he being truthful or honest when it comes to his excuse for not being able to come to see you? Spirit, what can you share for Autumn? Well, you guys. Okay. On some level, yes. I think there are certain work commitments that he does have that are keeping him from coming to visit. That being said, there is some sneaky energy here, okay? Because I feel like it's a little bit partially of an excuse. We do have the 7 of Swords in the outcome, and this is my card for not being truthful. It's lies and deception. What I don't love is it's aspecting the 3 of Cups. And sometimes that does, again, not something that's set in stone, but based off the energy, there is some funny energy happening here. So this is somebody, if this is your partner or your partner, your boyfriend, I do have a little bit of some concerns with that Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups aspecting it, okay? That being said, yes, I do think he has some work commitments, but again, I don't think that's the full reason. There's more to it underneath this, okay? He's using that kind of as as a excuse from what it looks like, okay? So that's coming out there. So much love to you on that journey. There is like a disconnect. Yeah, look at this, the disconnect, and then the other card is also the Tower. And again, seeing this from a perspective of too, like sometimes when things fall away, try not to hold or cling onto them with every part of your being if they're not meant to be there, right? Because it's a big time of things falling away right now. Not saying that has to be your case or your situation, but just keep note there is some concerning energy coming out. So much love to you. Oh yeah, Carolyn, you wanted me to see if your daughter will find a new job too. Yeah, I can look into that in a few moments. Angela, hello, NL. I'm a little bit tired today, guys. I don't really sleep in, but I don't know. Sleeps have been a little on and off. Like you said, so September was stressful for you, Angela. You decided to move to London. You had sort of an accommodation. Now that you're in London, what is the possibility of finding a job and achieve abundance? All right, Angela, let's see. What do we have for our lovely Angela when it comes to you moving to London and the momentum of you finding a job and stepping into some more abundance here? So what do we have for Angela, Spirit? Angela. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit about balancing some stuff out. Things will get better. There are connections coming out here, okay? So right now there's a little bit like there's no action. I feel like this is you the move is stressful. So this is you needing to recuperate, and I know sometimes I have trouble doing this too, but sometimes we just need to take a day and just be with ourselves, right? Just tune into yourself, tune into your heart. I know there's probably a million things that you're like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I got to go get a job. There's a heavy energy right now, so you need to take care of yourself and just no action for the moment, just for the moment, okay? There is a sense of collaboration and connecting. So I have Three of Cups in my outcome. And there could be a specific male, I don't like a male that you meet because I have a King of Cups coming out of my outcome. And it does lead to some kind of like stability and abundance. It doesn't have to be a romantic energy, but Cups is usually very heart centered as well. So things are I think are gonna take a little bit of time for you, lovely lady. It's not like I'm seeing an instant, okay, tomorrow things are booming, but a lot of this too is tuning in. You can create, you do create your own reality. So you have to be aware of your inner world, and you can switch that up in terms of like, if there are things that are not working out, go a little bit deeper with inside, because how are you perceiving things to roll out in your environment? But yes, it does look like things will get more secure with abundance, and there is some kind of a connection that comes out that will lead to a potential like a job interview or a job connection, okay? So keep going, lovely lady. All right. Hello, NLNL. Oh, you have a fun question. Was Egypt purposely filled with sand to hide it? It seems like a lot of sand, especially was there since it was once a lush area. I love that question. Let's see, Spirit. What can you share for that question? Hey, Kat. I haven't got to your question yet. If you're just looking to have like a free reading, I'm kind of just going through the sequence. So I'll hopefully get there. I don't see why we can't get there today, but I'm just working on the question about Egypt right now. So no, I did not get to your message yet. All right. So what can you share, Spirit, about the energy of Egypt being filled with sand? Is that something we can see to be accurate? Yeah, hi, you guys. I'm excited. We are headed off to Egypt next month. Um, Because we're gonna be doing some big tours there as well. Well, Brad's gonna be doing a tour, and I'm so excited to look into the pyramids and all the fun stuff. So this is gonna be a fun one too. When we look into this, we have that connection with the two. There is that Six of Pentacles in the past and the Two of Cups. There's a lot about connecting with additional people, like a collaboration with this. And I do think it was to hide and suppress a lot of stuff because look at this, Three of Swords, the Death card as well. So when I see this, it does feel like the structure is being almost buried in terms of suppressing, because there's a lot of suppressing information. Ten of Swords as well. And it feels like there's that veil. The death is the veil. And when we look at the endless sand and the dunes, it's like it's cloaking what is hidden beneath, underneath, right? Look at the skulls underneath the temples. The judgment is right in the center as well. So it is that snap judgment, the wake up call too. Knight of Swords rushing in. It does feel like this is something that was very sudden. It's like there was a connection and then something, bam, we have that sudden energy here, right? So it's kind of interesting to see some of that coming out. I love your question too. And I would love to see like the energies of Egypt. I've never been there. So we'll definitely be doing some big videos afterwards as well. But it does feel like the sand could be like, the sand could be like also this stabilizer. It's like that I'm seeing kind of I have a couple of my crystal balls here too. It's like seeing the lattice, right? So we have that lattice and the fusion of what's underneath, the lushness too. There is so much power with those nodes in that area, and I feel like there's so much in terms of like hidden transmitters or hidden transmutations, right? So I feel like there's more to that. I would love to circle back and do a bigger video on that. But yes, overall, my friend, I do see some. Yes, I'll definitely do some videos or film some videos for you guys when we're out there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't even concentrate now. But yeah, I do have a pretty big yes to that. There seems to be some kind of like alliance or connection with this situation that happened. And some of it was to suppress because we have that lush energy, right? That lush energy underneath it that is just nurturing. So I do think that it's a big transmuter and it's bearing its form from essence. I feel like to also blind the sight of what's really there. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Crazy. It is said there's a lot of water. Yeah. I'll have to do a little bit more digging on Egypt and the history and all of that over the next like couple weeks here. Yeah, under the Sphinx, there's so much that once they unbury it. And we also have, remember those pillars that they found underneath the pyramids as well. So I'm really excited to see. Brad's going to be channeling Adronis, and I know there's going to be some really incredible information that comes out there. So I'll also bring some tarot. Ooh, maybe we can, I don't know how good the reception's going to be out there, but maybe we can like even do like a tarot reading there or something. I don't know. We'll see if we can figure something out, but that would be fun. I'll film some fun stuff for you guys. I love you very much. Thank you for your love and support. All right. I feel like I'm just gonna get myself grounded for a minute because I feel a little ungrounded at the moment. All right, so let's see what else we have going on here. Marion, the Earth's broken, a new planet, exactly. Yeah, the way she described it was she said that I think she said the Earth was broken, and she's like, "We're not on this. It's like the same, but we're on a different planet." It was an interesting, cute little video. Okay. Um, ooh, Marcia, you have something to tell me about the eagle's magic. I would love to hear that. Can I see what I how okay, so how the new moon in Libra and three-eye Atlas closest past past the sun, which is Leo. Um, I'm sorry, love, I don't know exactly what your question was with that, but we can look at the current energy of the momentum of three-eye Atlas of where it's passing through and I guess how that's going to affect us. What can you share about the momentum when it comes to the new moon in Libra and three-eye Atlas, closest past the sun, which is also Leo. Marcia, and you have all the ins on your astrology. Okay, what can you share about this new moon in Leo or in Libra? Sorry. Oh wow. I have a lot of like people here. It's interesting, or like archetypes of people, I guess we can say too. So I do think that there's like if you guys have experienced that ongoing energy of not being able to sleep, of not having glitches. Like I'm telling you, there's been glitch after glitch. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I see Marion here. You said your TV has also had many glitches too. And it is not just one, it is one after another. So I was a little on the fence about even doing this Zoom because I'm like, well, is it going to even work? Right. Anyway, it looks like so far so good. But with the momentum of three-eye Atlas too, we do have more of a grounded energy that comes out here, but it's not just a grounded energy, it's also within the heart. Because I have tons of cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and then we have also the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So we have lots of grounded energy that comes in, and guess what? Wake up call with the Ace of Cups. So when I've looked into, you know, this is a weird comment that I'm getting, but I think some of us too are becoming more in tune and seeing through the veil. So for you guys, you may even be able to start seeing spirits or seeing orbs, seeing things like beside your like flashes that go past your, the corner of your eye, things like that, because there is a change in the frequency with this alignment. So I do think that this is still the momentum moving forward is still really positive for three-eye Atlas and it passing through. So hopefully that helped with your question, Marcia. I wasn't sure if I 100% understood what you were asking, but I'm sure we can recircle back on some of our lives that we do too. Okay. So let's see, Crystal. You said here, Crystal, what's the current energy regarding what is your ex's energy towards your guys' upcoming court situation? Okay, so from Crystal's ex's perspective or his energy, what's the momentum and what's the energy for their upcoming court situation? I mean, he kind of comes out like okay, when I look at his energy here, is the Wheel of Fortune, and it feels like very it almost feels like a confidence or like a almost like a cocky energy. I don't know if you can relate to that, but there's like this winning at all costs. So again, I feel like he's willing to do whatever he needs to do to get a one up on this case. But it's not necessarily gonna, we have the Empress as the outcome too, which could represent your energy and the court systems as well. I wonder if there's a female like judge or female that will be making the, I guess female judge. Let's let's just go with that. That's going to be present during this court situation. I think it's going to speed up. Like sometimes these court situations, they're like endless, like again and again, and they're like never ending, and they suck so much money and so much energy out of you, right? And I actually feel like things are speeding up. So I'm not sure if you guys have been in this process for a while, but his energy comes out as like there's a winning at all costs. So I feel like he's trying to like pull some hats or some tricks out of the hat, if that makes sense. But the Empress is the outcome, aspected by the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Cups as well. So, I mean, in terms of the question, I'm not sure if you had a question about the outcome of the court case or you're just looking to see his energy going into it, but he feels like he goes into this like a little bit of with a bit of cockiness is what I get. I don't know if you can relate to that. Let me know. But there is this winning at all costs, and he thinks he's gonna like, I mean, come out on top, I guess. All right, bye, Marsha. If you're headed, oh, I'm not sure if you said you were headed out, but yeah, yes. Okay, Crystal, you said yes, he's cocky. I that's what I feel like. I'm feeling the cockiness. It's weird. So how does this, let me just pull one or two cards. Like the Empress, this was more on his perspective, but the Empress could represent you. Let me just pull one or two cards on your energy moving forward with this court case. I mean, you'll get through this. There's a bit of a heavy energy, my friend. There really is. There's that Five of Cups and there's a disappointment. Like who wants to be going to court and battling? So I understand that. But there's that Death card on the back of the deck. There is a moving over towards calmer water. So if things are intense right now, they will simmer down and start to balance out, okay? So stand strong, hang in there. All right, my friend. So my heart goes out to you. I mean, I've been involved a little bit in certain situations, and the court systems are a little overwhelming, especially if you're very intuitive and you just take all that energy in, right? Okay, let's see here. I was just gonna do an overview here. Marsha, you were saying, I feel he thinks we can get back together too. Oh, okay. That could, well, interesting, because for him, the two of Pentacles was in the past too. Look at this. Ace of Wands. I think you're right. We have the Ace of Wands. I do think he can think that. Interesting. All right, lovely lady. Much love to you on that journey. Yeah, Marsha, let's talk about it as well a little bit more, because it sounds like you're getting some exciting downloads as well. I love it. But okay, let's see. I think Kat, you had a message here. So you're looking to see, okay, can I get a general read? I've been nervous about my baby and my pregnancy, but I've been seeing signs everywhere. My guys are pushing me in the right direction. Okay. Again, I can't give specific, medical advice or anything, my friends, but let's just look at the energies with your guides. You know what, your guides, yes, like so many times we just dismiss it because it is subtle, you guys. It's subtle. We have to tune in, and that's why we have to bring our breath to breath, bring awareness to our breath. Sorry, had trouble getting that one out. But let's see, Spirit, what can you share for Kat XD when it comes to the momentum of your pregnancy and your let's look at your guides guiding you on this pregnancy, okay? Yeah, things are balancing out. It looks like there's been a bit of some tower, has there been some tower moments, because we do have that 10 of Wands. So there's a really heavy burden and a stress, okay? But I love this. Look at this. The sun with the transparency, and this is joy, and also representation of children as well. I do think that your guides, look at this, your guides are very much looking to help guide you as well. So listen to those little subtleties and those signs, okay, my friend? I think a lot of this is in your mind because we have the Eight of Swords. I don't know if there has been issues in the past with pregnancy or something to do with that, but I feel like there's like this mental loop that's consistently going on, okay? So again, bringing back to, I feel like this is going to make a really good video if I do one on this because there's still so much information involved into it. But if you have that acceptance and awareness to say, okay, everything is going to or does happen for a reason. That doesn't just happen for no reason. We're the ones who attach that meaning behind it, right? So when we look at that, feeling through those past traumas and triggers, if there has been hurt or situations with potentially past information or past situations with children or babies or birth, all of that stuff, right? All of that, it's like looking and bringing it back to your heart center and seeing like you are being divinely guarded here. You have justice, which is balancing the scales, and guess what? This is also balancing the scales as well. So your guides are there, they're with you, okay? So follow those little subtleties and look at doing, we got to do sometimes a little bit of that shadow work inside, but it's not about seeing ourselves as being broken. We have just attached a meaning to, I'm going to give you guys a really quick example. Look at going, let's use an example of, you have this little kid, this, I don't know, 7-5-6-7 year, let's go 7-year-old kid that is painting a picture and is having a beautiful time expressing itself. Okay. And it is that little boy or girl or whatever is so excited to show this work of art to their mom. But in that moment of getting up, the paint spills everywhere, all over the carpet. And the parent is like having a shitty day. So the parent lashes out, right, at that child, and that child immediately attaches his expression to something negative. And since children, I don't know, I'm getting emotional about it. But since that child has taken, from the ages 7 to 0 as well, this is, clinically proven as well, I believe, right? Looking at the research as well. There were sponges at that time. That's where we take all of that in, right? So that child will then, as they go through, it doesn't know how to process that. So it takes that emotion and feeling and it attaches a meaning to that situation and it carries it forward and then begins to not express itself to the fullest because it is scared to really move forward. It has nothing to do with how amazing that person is and that child is, but it is attached that story to it because that part of our animal instinct of our brain likes to also tell us lies, right? So anyway, sorry if that was all over the place, but there's like an example of you guys, like sometimes we need to go back and see, okay, well, if I'm consistently hitting these brick walls where all these traumas are flooding in, I need to look at that root of it. And when you look at that and you feel there are more steps within this, that's why I think I'll do a video. But then once you have that acceptance, like, okay, this is happening for a reason, and at the end of the day, it had nothing to do, like the parent was just upset at that time and lashed out on the child, but it made that identity and built an identity around not feeling seen or not being able to be creative. Anyway, I'll do a bigger video and I'll try to go into that for you guys because I think it is a very cool topic to look into and really understand. I don't know if cool is the right word. Okay, Jasmine. I love you guys. One of my things I'm working on is I sometimes talk a little bit in circles, you guys. So that's something I'm working on. All right. So yeah, for Kate, I see there's been a lot of heavy energy and stress, especially when our little ones in our pregnancy and there's life inside of us. But I want you to just tune into your breath and try to calm your nervous system as well, because your baby's going to feel all that, right? So breath work. I know that sounds basic, but breath work. All right, Jasmine, let's see. Thank you for your love and donation. I appreciate you. You would like to ask, so you're a Libra, 31. You'd like to ask what is coming towards you in love. You're single and you do have someone in mind, but you're currently in the friend zone. Okay. Let's look at the energy of you and that person, okay? And then I'll look at other options, okay? What's the energy of something romantic happening between you and the person in mind? Okay, let's start there. What can you share, Spirit, for our lovely Jasmine when it comes to the energy of the person in mind? Is there any romantic energy coming out there? Honestly, yeah, it has some potential, but there's some there's some restrictions here. Only because I have the Eight of Swords in the past. You guys have, I don't know if you guys have known each other for a long time, but the Six of Cups is going, back into the past, but it's also that remembrance. It's like your souls actually remember each other. And if you are interested, initially I'm like, okay, you grew up with him. Initially, I'm like, if you're in a friend zone, that's pretty much the answer. However, that's not what I get here. I do think this does have potential to move into something deeper if you choose to. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Fool. You're scared to tell him you like him. The outcome is the Ten of Cups, girl, and the Star here, okay? So this is kind of like you being over here, not stalking in a bad way, but kind of just like surveillancing, right? It's watching, right? But you're being patient to see if he'll open up to you first. Let me pull a few cards on that, because the Knight of Cups does come out, but that was in your position, and the Knight of Cups is a usually romantic offer. But let's see. Let me pull a couple cards. Seems like he is hesitant. Okay, let's see, Spirit. What can you share? What's the potential of him declaring feelings for you, opening up about feelings for you? What can you share for Jasmine? I have potential here. I do. The only thing, okay, so I have the Emperor, where this could be this is the position of his energy. And this is sometimes a bit of a rigid energy. So I get what you're saying. He could be a little hesitant. This is sometimes not fully expressing himself. But we do also have the Lovers here, okay? The only thing too, the Three of Cups is right in the center. And not to say it's a bad thing, but sometimes the Three of Cups could be an interest in also somebody else too, which shows that, if he does have his eyes on somebody else as well, then that could be his hesitation as well. But I feel like he doesn't know, you're interested in him. Would it be in your best and highest good to express those feelings that you have for him? Let's ask that. And then I'll quickly do a poll on potentially new people coming in for you, okay? So let me just ask the question, is it in Jasmine's best and highest good when it comes to you giving him more straightforward signs that you're interested? Yeah, I feel like he doesn't know, or he doesn't realize that you are interested in more than just that. Because we have also the Hermit, right? This is kind of being in the dark, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with expressing that. If that's something that's meant to go somewhere, I mean, then by all means, it's your journey, but also cutting the deck, the Fool and that Ten of Pumpkins again. So it is like expressing that, you are interested in maybe being more than friends with him. And I see potential here. I do see potential, but with that Three of Cups, just keep in mind there could be also that potential third party or eyes on someone else as well. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. I was hoping you didn't have to confess, but based off the energy, I do feel like even just giving him a little bit more, if you don't want to full out say, hey, let's get together, try being a little bit more direct with some, maybe some comments or something, right? Because he could be talking to someone. The Three of Cups is, enjoying, connecting and communicating, potentially going out. But I do think that there is potential for you guys. It's not a big no, that's for sure. Okay, so much love to you on that. I'll just pull a couple cards on the energy of somebody new coming in for you. And let's see, what can you share about what's the current energy when it comes to somebody new coming in for Jasmine? There's that Three of Cups again, but I don't see it right away, okay? Because I feel like with that Wheel of Fortune, there could be very much like that is that faded energy. And I don't mean to be like cheesy, but sometimes that faded energy is meant for you guys to have a deeper connection. Because when I look at somebody new coming in right now, it's like, no, it's not happening right now. I feel like the window of opportunity is for you to decide, okay, is this something that you and your friend are going to look at investing in when it comes to a relationship? If that's something that doesn't end up panning out, or sometimes people come into our lives, I mean, you guys have known each other for a long time from what it sounds like, but sometimes there are certain people that come in to teach us certain lessons, right? And we can all learn from each other, and it's not that it's a good or bad thing, right? We can attach our meaning to it. But when it comes to you having a new person come in, you have options, okay? You will have options. You are the Empress, and we also have that Three of Cups again. But it's at a standstill because I feel like there has to be more focus on what the plan is with you and your person in mind right now, okay? I feel like that's the main focus at the moment. And it does have some potential, is from what I can say. So at this point in life, you're looking for connections. Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you on that one. So final messages. Yeah, you definitely have options. So that's not the problem. I feel like you will easily be able to get out there and mingle and meet new people. But I feel like right now, final messages for Jasmine when it comes to connecting with this person in mind. Is it in their best and highest good? What can you share? Yeah, so I do have that Three of Cups again. So I'm wondering if there is somebody else that is potentially he's maybe talking to, but it's not that it doesn't have potential. I just feel like he doesn't actually fully know from what it looks like. So I will have to leave that in your ball cart. I love you lots. Good luck on your journey with that. But you are the Empress, so it's not about chasing. It's about, hey, relaying the information, relaying the energy, like the thoughts that you have. His name is Nick. Okay, Nick. And it's up to him to say, okay, I'm going to act on what you have to say. But even if you do connect, I mean, I feel like there has a lot of potentially good energy here, okay? Six of Pentacles. All right, let's see what else we have going on here, guys. Again, sorry if I missed any comments or questions, you guys. Okay. Oh, Carolyn, I missed your question on, can I look into seeing if your daughter is going to find a new job? What's the energy of Carolyn, Brittany? What's the energy of Brittany finding a new job opportunity? Yeah, I have a pretty big yes, Carolyn. Right now, I feel like look at that ghost is right now, and we have that Five of Cups. So things are a little bit shooken up right now. But there is a celebration, and yes, Two of Wands in my situation, and the Knight of Wands in the outcome. So this is rushing towards also looking, okay, she does have to put some effort in. If she puts that effort in into looking to apply at certain jobs, yes, it does look like that will pan out for her. Okay. So pretty big yes. I have nothing here saying no, she's not going to find anything. It's just she does need to put that initiative out there as well. It's like planting those seeds, putting out those resumes. And then, yes, there's a celebration here. Also, there's that relocation of her coming to stay with you. There's that house and home, and things are a little uprooted right now, but she has strength here, and there's inspiration, and the Knight of Wands is something like if she is going to put that intention out there and actually go search for something, I do see it coming in pretty fast. Okay, so yes, so let's see here. We'll see if we can take a couple more before we end today. Tiger Wan, hello. I actually just filmed the video yesterday. I had a question that came in about Alberta separation, and also, did you guys see those new law or new bills they're trying to pass in Parliament for Canada when it comes to, oh my goodness, like Canada Post being able to go through mail without permits? There's going to be more of government officials that can just go through computers, go through laptops. You can't have more than or move more than $10,000 cash. There's a lot of like restrictions that all come back to more control and centralized system. It's like, look at the UK has the digital IDs. It's like, this is kind of the momentum moving forward for Canada now. So the bill was killed. Yeah, so I stumbled upon Rumble. I don't usually even go on Rumble, but I was on Rumble and I seen Janine talking about some of those topics. And I'm like, oh, so I started doing a tarot reading on it last night. And I did get that when I pulled on that. Okay, first of all, when I pulled on the momentum of Alberta separating multiple times, I have got a yes, not necessarily overnight, but yeah, the border security one, exactly what you're talking about, NLNL. Is that one kibosh? I looked at it just yesterday, and I feel like they're trying to pass it, but when I looked at the tarot on it, I didn't see that. I didn't see that happening. I didn't see it happening. So interesting. And then part of that, sorry, trying to circle back to your question about the banks and stuff, because one of the questions that came in too was, okay, well, if say Alberta tries to separate, is Mark Carney going to try to like punish Alberta and like freeze bank accounts and go, have CRA go after them? And I gotta know, like I got a lot of like really soft cards and just a lot of just fear porn and talk. So it's all seems to be, staged and just theater, I guess we can say. Not to say there's not going to be some intense situations, because I think that a lot of things like these things have to come up, so we have to look at them, right? And it's the year of things falling away. So we're going to see still accumulations of this, especially next year. Fire horse, you guys. So I will try to post that video that I did after. Again, computer glitches to the max. I haven't been able to even download like a 40-minute video, which was frustrating. It took me 2 days. So anyway, let's just pull a few cards on your question then, Tiger Wand. What's the energy of the Canadian banks? What's the energy of the Canadian banks? I do think there's going to be a huge, like the structures cannot remain the same. But behind the scenes, I feel like they have already been, yeah, look at that. They're dead here, right in the middle. They're dead, but there are plans to have different initiatives. And I think that's where they're going to also push a lot of the controlled stuff, you guys, because it still has to come out. Five of Swords. This is winning at all costs, and that's why all that crap is coming out with those bills, right? Walking away, Eight of Cups, four pentacles or four pumpkins as well. So I see the banks as being completely done and dead already with this energy. Um, it's just the facade, like the nine of cups is just the the facade that they're putting up there, the narratives, right? So I would say there's going to be like a big overhaul with them. I mean, is there going to be like a massive shutdown where like you can't get money out of ATMs? Because I know that was like a big talk months and months ago. I mean, I feel like it's just more of moving over to a new system. I don't see a massive like shutout. Like I don't have my five of pentacles here saying people can't obtain their money or get their money, but they're still gonna try to pull some stuff. I feel like they're still gonna try to pull. Like it's not over, you guys. It's not over. But we don't have to accept it, right? Collectively, we can come together and we can change the timelines. That's what's so crazy. But enough of us to, on a collective agreement, have to come together. But here we have like the four of pentacles and eight of cups walking away into something new, and we have that sovereign energy there as well. So a lot of it I feel like is a lot of fear and attempts to still keep people trapped, but I feel like we do still need to like educate ourselves a little bit when it comes to the financial system, or you know what I mean, trying to look at more, like do some digging and do some research when it comes to like how can you move into more of a decentralized system, okay? Because that's where you're going to kind of thrive more off. Like that's the goal, is to be decentralized. Like we're already in a controlled system now, and it's only going to amp up and get worse until we decide to move out of that energy, right? So the Lovers is a choice point. Let's see here. I think there was one more question. Hello, love is the answer. Can we check to see if the truth about the 2021 pokies will finally be known to the masses? Ooh, I like that question. I mean, I feel like there is so much information that we can see now if you do some digging. But let's see on a mass level, what can you share for the so-called cookies? I don't even know what I can say on here anymore. What can you share about this being known to the masses, about what the actual agenda is? Wow. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, okay? But I feel like it may not be in the way that we're like, dun, 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 like here's the news. Hey, guess what, guys? This is what's happening with the jabs, right? It's not necessarily gonna be like that. I don't see, because there's that temperance, it's patience, it's things balancing out, and it's needing to integrate. It's needing to integrate the harmony of what's really happening. So we do have justice. So I have a big yes, and the magician with the 10 of swords. So that is kind of kiboshed. Oh, and we have with the magician, that could be a manipulation with, guess what? Media channels. When you look at the people, like, I mean, I was going down the rabbit hole with the education system, because also that was part of the video that I did too, the teacher strike. I don't know if I want to go down that tangent now, but it's like, if you look at the whole big picture behind it all, really it was all to keep us enslaved, right? As like the Rockefeller said, like, or was it the Rockefeller? I don't know. They said, "Oh, I don't want the population to be, oh, what did he say? Not to be thinkers. They want them to be like workers." Or I have the statement wrong. I know I have it wrong, but I was looking and doing a bit of a rabbit hole dive yesterday with the school systems, and nothing against the teachers. I've known personally many amazing teachers, and they pour their heart and souls into the children and their job. But the school system's broken, and there's a big difference between education and indoctrination. And looking back to who created the school system, right? I think that's a pretty big topic. So I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit here. But when we look at the healthcare systems and the pokies and everything. There is justice here, but I'm not sure I necessarily see it in terms of there may be like whistleblowers that come out that spark attention, and then we go and do our digging on our side because there is stuff we can find. Like if we do our own personal research and digging, you can easily find a lot of this information, right? But the Page of Swords is my media card as well. So it wouldn't surprise me that yes, come like October or the rest of 2025, there will be more whistleblowers that come out. Absolutely. Um, but even if it does, it's like some people are still going to ignore it, like, or not believe it, if does that make sense? And there's nothing you can do for those people, right? You can only put your hand out so many times if they keep slapping it away, right? It's really kind of the process and their journey, I guess. So, short answer, yes. I do see quite a bit of people understanding more and more when it comes to the healthcare system and what's really happening, right? So thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys again so very much, and happy 1010 portal. I didn't even realize the 10, and you guys look at 1010 portal at 10 o'clock. Well, 10:01 now, but how crazy is that? 10, 10, 10. So let's end this at 10, 10, 10. I love you guys. Have a fabulous rest of your other morning, afternoon, evening. And until next time, bye for now, lovely souls. Yeah, 10, 10, 10. I love it. Actually, I'm going to add one little note too. If you guys are interested, I still have also my October special going for for the rest of October. So you can always check out Readings with Breanne. And until next time, bye for now, lovely souls.